Episode 1: The Gruesome Discovery. 1983, Springfield, Missouri. Retiree Harold Jenkins was heading home when he spotted a bright patch off to the side. He approached closer and saw a corner of clothing and a human hand peeking from under a pile of branches. The retiree hurried to call the police. A young woman had been killed, strangled with pantyhose. The crime scene was just 50 meters from a path where people walked. There could be witnesses. Time of death was at least a day earlier. Perhaps the murder happened at night. No lighting there. Who was she? How did it happen? No documents on the victim. Soon her identity was established when local phone company workers came to the police. 19-year-old Tammy Thompson hadn't shown up for work for several days. A wonderful girl, her mother's pride. After school, she entered the Springfield Telecommunications College, graduated with honors, and stayed in the city to work as a switchboard operator. She loved her job and was well regarded by management. What happened? Episode 2: Valerie and her stepfather. Valerie came home from school. While changing, she felt someone watching her. Suppressing panic, she approached the closet. The door flew open. Surprise! She fainted from shock. She came to lying on the bed, pulling her robe closed in shame. But she noticed her stepfather staring openly at her chest. "You needed fresh air," he said. But Valerie didn't believe him. She felt with her whole body that while unconscious, her stepfather had let his hands roam. Episode 3: Unusual Earrings. The investigation into Tammy Thompson's murder continued. Experts obtained biological traces from the perpetrator. They determined his blood type. They noted the criminal not only raped and strangled the girl, but stole her gold earrings. He did it barbarically, ripped them off without unfastening. Detectives got a description of the stolen earrings, and it became a key lead. Springfield officers learned the earrings the killer took from Tammy were unique, handmade. They were tasked to check all places where the criminal might sell the loot: pawn shops, underground buyers, even flea markets. Sometimes criminals don't know the value and sell cheap, but one day the jewelry ends up with someone unsuspecting. Episode 4: Valerie and her stepfather. That day, Valerie climbed to the attic to get winter clothes and suddenly felt strong hands on her hips. It was her stepfather again. "Let go!" Valerie cried, trying to climb down, but slipped. He caught her. It disgusted her, and she ran out of the hallway. Episode 5: Tammy's Fiancé. Operational work proceeded on several fronts. They checked prior convicts for similar crimes, hospital records. Agents were deployed. Maybe the stolen unusual earrings would surface somewhere, but no results. Who attacked Tammy? Maybe someone she knew. Officers went to her dorm. Examining her room, they found a photo of a young man inscribed "To Remember" from Alex, 1983. They checked and confirmed. Just a month before the murder, Tammy had a suitor, Alexander Parker. He courted her romantically and beautifully. Could he be the killer, robber, rapist? They verified his alibi. It turned out he started the night shift at the time of the attack on Tammy. He couldn't have been on the scene. The investigation into Tammy Thompson's murder continued, and meanwhile, another brutal crime occurred in the city. Episode 6: Another Gruesome Find. That day, 3 schoolboys went to the forest park after classes to play. They fooled around, and the youngest, offended, ran deeper into the woods. Suddenly, he saw a man walking through snowdrifts, ignoring them. It looked frightening. The boy decided to leave, but noticed a girl lying on the snow. Dead? He approached, called softly. She stirred, groaned. The schoolboy ran back to his friends. Together, they got help. An hour later, police were at the scene. but the girl was gone from that spot. They examined the snow, footprints, drag marks, blood-like stains, a woman's headscarf. Where was its owner? Officers searched the surrounding woods and found no one. Meanwhile, the girl who miraculously survived had reached the road. She hurried home to forget the nightmare forever and tell no one. Episode 7. Valerie and her stepfather. Valerie was standing in front of the mirror, putting on lipstick. She considered herself old enough for cosmetics, but her stepfather thought otherwise. He took her lipstick and smeared it roughly on her face, then ordered, "March to the bathroom, wash that face." The girl ran out, nearly knocking over her mother. The man grimaced and said, "A little slut's growing up." Episode 8. Crimes continue. Reports of attacks on girls came to police almost daily. Victims told the same story. Walking from the tram stop, someone jumped from behind, strangled till unconscious, then raped and left, taking some things, jewelry, wallets, handbags. Extra patrols went out on Springfield streets. They patrolled evenings near tram terminals, used decoy girls, but the criminal ignored the bait. Episode 9. Valerie and her stepfather. That day she was going visiting and put on cheap earrings gifted by her mom. Her stepfather noticed and asked, "Who are you dressing up for?" He approached from behind, too close. "Want me to gift you real gold earrings? You know how much I love you." Valerie broke free from the hated embrace, ran to her room, and locked the door. Episode 10. Crime goes off plan. Attacks on girls continued. 11 cases in 3 weeks, but no description of the criminal. He always attacked from behind. Many suspects were checked. Officers puzzled how to predict him, where he'd strike next. Maybe a pattern in his attacks? Yes, initially in the east side, but lately in the north side. He moved, or confusing the detectives, knowing a real hunt was on? North side got special control. Meanwhile, tension rose in the city. People grumbled, anger growing. Where's the police looking? Girls stopped going to night shifts. Night buses were organized for them. Officers exhausted themselves trying to catch the villain in the act. And another episode happened in a completely different district, but it didn't go as planned. That evening, Irene Carter missed the night bus and walked home alone, lighting her way with a pocket flashlight. Suddenly, someone rushed from behind with a brick, but missed. A struggle ensued. The girl hit the criminal full force on the head with the flashlight. The man howled, covering his face, and the victim fled. Police soon arrived, but hot pursuit failed. The unknown escaped. The girl showed where and how he attacked. Detectives thought this criminal's style differed from the strangler robber. That one strangled. This one tried to brick. Maybe a different person? One thing clear, now he had a bright mark, flashlight blow trace. Episode 11. Valerie and her stepfather. Valerie was cleaning when she heard angry voices from the kitchen. She listened. Mom and stepfather arguing about her. He insisted Valerie leave home after school. Valerie waited for Mom to defend her, but the woman reluctantly agreed. Tears rolled down the girl's face. Mom betrayed her so easily, casually, like deciding dinner. Episode 12. Chance to catch red-handed. After the failed attack, the criminal hid while officers tripled efforts, checking hospitals, clinics, trauma centers. Efforts paid off. Suspect Victor Hayes, 32, twice convicted of robbery, entered view. As parolee, he had to report to the precinct, but didn't. Checks showed Hayes hiding because of a facial hematoma. Same day he was detained. Fingerprints matched. The brick was in his hands, but he denied the series of attacks on other girls. Indeed, Hayes arrived in town just days ago. Investigation concluded guilty only of attempted robbery. Search for Tammy Thompson's killer continued. Soon, vital info: suspicious man at jewelry workshop tried selling stolen goods, but the craftsman sensed wrong and politely refused. By description, those were Tammy's earrings at murder time. Real chance to catch red-handed. Episode 13. Criminals Arrest. Officers searched for the man trying to sell gold turquoise earrings. Controlled all jewelry stores, workshops, pawn shops. Soon a tip. The seller appeared. He was nervous. Pawn shop clerk agreed to take him, asked for ID as required. His nerves broke. He headed for exit, but officers waited, quickly subdued and floored him. Search found passport in pocket. Gary Simmons, 34, steel mill worker, married, raising 2 kids, no prior convictions. His portrait was on the factory honor board. Everyone thought well of him, family man with children. Now Simmons was in jail. Episode 14. In Search of Happiness. Valerie was scared to leave home into the unknown, but couldn't live like this. Entered the first college with dorm and vowed never return home, ready for any trial to escape the vile scum. She couldn't imagine waiting no less horror than the stepfather harassing her. She married the first guy she met. Luckily, Gene was kind, family-oriented, real man. When stepfather loomed again, Gene handled him hard and decisively. He tucked tail and vanished. 2 little ones grew in the family. Gene earned well. Valerie felt safe. Once, Gene brought home stunning gold turquoise earrings. Valerie worried. Such jewelry costs much, but husband calmed. Nothing's too good for you. You know how I love you.
Episode 15. It's definitely him. Detectives gathered proof of Simmons' guilt and soon got results. Forensics found solid evidence. Simmons attacked Tammy. Her microparticles on his clothes, his on hers, inside out on the skirt. Episode 16. Valerie and unwelcome guests. Doorbell rang at Valerie's. She opened. Strangers showed police badges and search warrant. Valerie didn't understand, but they rummaged the apartment. Search found ladies' handbags, jewelry, costume pieces, worn women's boots, all listed as stolen in attacks. Investigation accelerated. Realizing a monster lived nearby shocked Valerie. Meanwhile, under investigation, Gary Simmons calmly recounted his escapades. Couldn't explain motive clearly. Wanted to, that's all.
Episode 17. Finale. Case with 16 episodes went to court. Closed session. During trial, Simmons' girl victims testified. Tammy, the only one, resisted fiercely, so he killed her. Court sentenced death. Appeals, new hearing. The rapist-murderer got 15 years. Tammy's family lost faith in justice. Simmons' wife, Valerie, immediately divorced, changed surname, took kids, left far from where she once believed in happiness. Dear friends, thank you for your attention. In the next episode, we will tell you another real tragic story. Subscribe so you don't lose us. See you soon.